Testing, check 1 2 1 2. Testing, check 1 2 1 2. We're good. Hello, friends, family, viewers. Today, we are back at it with the Super Rover. For those of you that did not see the last stream, this right here, that I am flying over the lunar surface, this is Baby Jover. Baby Jover is my latest rover creation. He's freaking awesome. He can traverse the moon like a boss, has these awesome, cute little eyes on the front, and he lights up the world around him. It's cool. Anyways, you may have seen a stream that I did about a couple months ago where I traveled there with another rover, and I'm going to do the same thing. I landed this thing on the moon in the last stream, and in this stream we're gonna go take it over there. Was like 72 kilometers at my landing site, and I've been traveling a little bit, so it's now like 68 kilometers, 67 now, but we'll get there soon, and soon it'll be 0 kilometers. We just have to keep going. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the road again. Well, now we're off the road, as we are now flying through life. Alright, we're just gonna have to be careful. I do not want to die. Oh no. How'd that happen? Dang it. Hang on. I don't get it. Did you see how freaking smooth that landing was? And it went and still broke the front end. I'm not cool with that. I can't just leave it like that. Well, I guess we'll just start from the beginning. Maybe that path isn't the best path to take. I've taken that path the past, even before I was streaming, I took it like 3 times. Failed, so. Yeah, whatever. Alright. We're going now. I like to chill at around 33 meters per second. It's kind of, that's a calm, velocity, I would say. Anything above like 35 meters per second is definitely sketchy, especially with such a little craft like this. But it's okay, we're good. So we kind of just get to sit back and relax for a little bit. It kind of just coasts on its own. I'll probably have to catch it if it slips up, but it should be fine. Ooh. I'm very proud of this creation. Baby Jover is a freaking beast. Alright, hopefully it turns. Alright, yeah, this is the path we're gonna go. We're gonna go more to the right. Go around the crater that we keep trying to hop into and through, and then we'll be a-okay. Woo, we're flying. Neom. Whoosh. Yeah, see that right there? That's what we're trying to avoid. So we'll go around it. Alright, so turn a little bit. We're heading in a good direction. I would have to concur. I mean, we're headed towards it, you know, in the general direction of. I'm gonna zoom out real quick. Oh shoot, we're kind of heading up on a little hilly portion. Just want to make sure it gets through this part safely. Turn it a little bit. Oof, don't tip over now. Alright, I just gotta zoom out and see what's ahead. Because it looks like we're gonna go right into a crater. And that is exactly what's about to happen. We're gonna go. Alright, wait, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna brake. Alright. And then we're going to turn left. Zoom out real quick. Pick up some speed real quick. A little bit of speed at least. Hello, viewer. Good day. How is you this fine day? We will go. Not very fast, but in this general direction. Oh, viewer left. That's okay. Because there's a hill over here. a pretty good downhill slope. We'll go down the hill slope, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. Just see where we are. Alright, we can turn. We'll get to the top-ish of this area, and then we'll go down.
Also get your shoes and your plate. If you get your shoes, I'll get your plate. Or which one do you want to get, the plate or the shoes? Shoes.
We look just like sledding.
Okay, then.
Also your,
What?
come back and get your papers. Get your papers and take them into your room.
Is it safe to go? I'll just go right here. This is fine. I'll turn a little bit more to the right now. Head down that way. Pick up some big speed here. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Down the freaking hill, bro. Let's go. Almost at 30 meters per second. We get 30. Let's see how fast we can possibly get. Oh, this is gonna be a little hard. Oof, don't kill him. Okay, we're good. We got like 31 meters per second off that hill. It was nice. It's enjoyable. Alright, and we're on the road again. We avoided some cratorial areas. And we're back at it. Oh, I'm kind of on a straightaway for a little bit, so I just want to see. Oof. Okay, we're gonna have to go more left. Because up ahead is a definite another crater, so we're gonna go.
What's that?
Alright, we're going around the bull crap. Kind of slowed down a little bit, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going around the cratorial form. A little bit bumpy, here we go. It's just like hops and jumps. Look at that. Turn it. Alright. We're still good. And we're on the road again, basically. Just want to eyeball what's ahead. Kind of, I mean, no big craters, just some bumpy terrain. I think it'll be fine as long as we just head straight, basically the direction we're going right now. And I can use my RCS to catch myself if I get into a pickle. I'm going to accelerate to about 33, a little less than 33 meters per second, and we're just going to coast for a little bit. I'm confident in Baby Drover. I'll stay kind of to the right, because there's kind of a crater in that direction that I don't really want to mess with. Oh, butter. Did you see that butter? Holy crap. Kind of off to the left there, you see what I'm talking about? Don't really want to mess with that, John. Oof, we are catching some hecka speed. Uh-oh. No! You stop that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch myself. It's good. We're fine. Uh-oh. Oof. Alright. Gotta catch myself. We're good. And we're good. And now we're going to brake. Slow ourselves down some. And then turn back on course. Okay, we're good. Everybody relax. It's all over. We're good. That was scary, but we're still going downhill. Were we like on a huge hill before, I guess? Alright, I'm gonna zoom. Turn right a little bit. Zoom out. See what we're heading for. Alright, so yeah, there's a pretty good divot. This is just a hill we're coming up on. And I think as long as we just continue in this direction, we'll be fine. So we're just gonna go that way. Wow, Baby Drover's leaping. Oh my gosh. Huge roof. Alright, we're gonna turn right a little bit. Gonna hit a hill here. Hello, person watching. Hello, viewer. Friend. How are you today? How has your day been? Oh yeah, there's the hill. Okay, yeah. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Viewer has left. It's okay. Oof, man, this is Baby Jover. This was a heck of a hill, bro. You're really cranking this John out. Alright, I'm gonna let you hit 40 meters per second. I'm gonna give you your 40 meters per second status quo. But, actually... Oh, God. Oh, we're fine. Okay. Good. Alright, I'm gonna let that be. I'm gonna let that chill there. 28. If I need to accelerate more, I will. But I wasn't about to hit that any harder than I just did, so it's fine. What are we at? How far away are we? 48. That's way less than I thought we were. This is gonna be a pretty short thing. Unless I crash and die. I'm gonna have to come up with something else to do. Here we go. Alright, let's zoom out, see what's going on. Gonna hit a little hill here. Shouldn't be an issue, and I think we're good for a little bit. We'll zoom out here. Just making sure he's all good. Yeah. Alright, we got hills coming up, a crater, and up there is like crater central. But I think for right now we're chilling. I want to veer a little bit more right coming up, because there. In fact, I might just do it now. There's going to be another crater coming up. It'll be fine, though. What's my fuel consumption at? We're almost just a little less than half of our fuel remaining. It's just fine. Look at him go. I love his little tail. His tail is the best part. and his light eyes. I like that too. I like how I put the batteries right behind the lights. It's kind of realistic. Kind of cool. I enjoyed that. Uh-oh, he's losing speed. That's okay, maybe that's a good thing. Well, uh-oh. We'll ka-chow him some speed. Give him about that much. Don't want to overdo it. I don't want to go to the map. Turn a little bit left. Turn that off and zoom out. We avoided that crater. That's what I wanted to avoid. And we're going there's like this path here that we're gonna follow in between the craters. That's kind of the idea. We're gonna want to turn a little bit more right though, because we're heading for the middle crater. This is a hefty hill coming up. It's deceiving. Kind of looks like a crater, but it's not. So we're good. It just looks rough from my view, but it's not bad. It's fine. All right, we're gonna boost to 33 meters per second. There we go. Alright, and then we're gonna coast, and it's probably gonna bring our speed up to like 35 meters per second, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I didn't think so. They barely brought it up anything. I don't know, these hills are deceptive. Some of them look hecka steep, but they're actually just like little things. Now this isn't deceptive at all. We're going up with this one. We're going up some steep inclination. Alright, look at that. Oh, butter. Ooh. Oh shoot. Yeah, that direction. Let me zoom out, find where the crater is. There's the crater. Alright, so we just gotta keep going in that direction, basically. Turn left a little bit. Not you. Manually accelerate. Or try to. We'll see how well I do. I think I said I want to be going this direction. And I didn't turn that direction. Alright, we're gonna... What's my... Oh, there. We still have a ton. We're fine. Let's go. Nope. And I want that. Thank you. And I want... this. There we go. We're fine. Probably got 8 or 9 boosts left. Maybe less. Could be like 7 boosts left, and then we gotta cut it, but I don't know. It depends on how big the boost is. Like that was from like 15 to 30 meters per second. So I'd probably have like around 100 meters per no. Let me think. Probably 200 meters per second of delta V left in the RCS thing. That's a pretty accurate approximation, I'd say. If it's not, then I'm sorry, okay? I'm not a human calculator. As is evident by my inability to count change correctly at Wise Markets. Yeah. It sucks. Sometimes you know, I'm a cashier at Wise Market, so sometimes, you know, people will come through the line. They'll hand me their cash, and I'm like, all right, out of 20, and I'll type in 20 on the computer and press enter, and the cash drawer will open, and they'll say, here, let me give you the 3 cents or whatever. And I'm like, please don't do that. I'd rather just count out the change than try to calculate in my head 3 extra cents. Because I am trash at counting, at figuring out the math for change. Like, it'll be like 2003, okay? Or something like, or it'll be like, maybe it's 1903, and they pay with a $20 bill. And they say, here, let me give you the 3 cents. If they gave me the 3 cents, I would just have to give them back $1. But in the heat of the moment, when I've already pressed the button and the cash drawer has come out and it's saying on the screen that I need to pay them, or give them 97 cents back, I'm like, please don't do this, please. I'm struggling. Don't do this to me. Yeah, you know, it's whatever. I'm getting better at figuring out the change math. It's not that hard. It's just sometimes my brain goes stupid and I know think correctly. Wow, the sunset's really pretty outside right now. The sun in Kerbal Space Program is a sun. How close are we? It's kind of a downhill. We're kind of I can't see that number. I think it's below 40, so I'm gonna say yay to that. Uh-oh. Alright. We're heading in a good direction. I'm gonna zoom out real quick. This got some nice flat land, and it's kind of downhill. So, hey viewer, what's up? How we doing? We chilling? I hope we chilling, because, yeah. I want to start turning left here soon, but first I'm gonna, head down this embankment and pick up some speed, avoid the crater that's just to my right, and have a good day. How are you, viewer? Do you want to make a comment? Say something about the stream? Alright, I'm gonna accelerando here. We'll go that much. I think that's fine. I'm not trying to be the big slow today. Oh no, look at that. It's brightened up. We're close enough that it's, we don't have to look at, put our cursor on it. We're at 29.5 kilometers. So we're almost there. Alright, here's what I was thinking in my mind, okay? So there's already 2 rovers over there. One of them is my favorite rover I've made ever. Another one is a manned rover that I made. Just I called it the ETMTV. um, uh, the extraterrestrial multi-terrain vehicle. That's what that stands for. ETMTV, extraterrestrial multi-terrain vehicle. Cool. And it's large. It's a heckin' chonker of a rover, and it's just chilling over there where we're headed right now. And then this is going to be the third object to be over there, little baby Jover. So what I'm thinking is we start a collection of rovers on the moon at this very location, and each rover we make, each rover I make and send to the moon, I will do a stream like this, sending it to the new location. It will kind of showcase its skills and its control and how heckin' awesome I am at building rovers. No, stop, I'm not that good. And yeah, I think it'll be cool. And it'll give me a chance to build a bunch of rover designs, because I really like rovers, especially rovers that use these wheels, because these wheels, oops, can roll forever and don't have constant friction. So yeah. Oops. Okay, so how am I still getting oh, I know why I'm still getting. Hold up, let me just make sure he's okay before I start being dumb. I know why. Because the one at Minmus is still in connection, even though my relay is fully behind the moon, unable to communicate with Kerbin. It's getting a connection from the Minmus relay, and the Minmus relay has a connection to Kerbin. See, that's why I love relays. Relays are cool. They're freaking sick. They're so awesome. Okay. And it means that I can have full connection to Kerbin all the time, at any point on this dastardly planet. That's epic. Okay. So, while I'm here, I would like to share some stories of my work at Wise Markets so far. I've only been there about a month and a half, and already I have experienced some of the craziest things I have ever experienced in my entire life. Some people don't understand the basic fundamental concepts of shopping at a grocery store. They just don't get it. And no matter how many times you tell them, they will never get it. It's completely crazy. So, first thing I'm going to share is my pet peeves, because some things I like to rant about, that really get me going, really boil my blood. Hold up, I'm going to crash into something if I don't. I gotta zoom out and find out what's coming up. There's a semi-crater-ish thing. I'm gonna go around it. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna go left. Anyways, so pet peeves. Number 1, pet peeve at Wise Markets: people who ask for their gallons of milk to be put in bags. This is my number 1 pet peeve, and I don't know why, but if people who ask for their gallons of milk to be put in bags have small pee-pee. I'm just putting that out there. Okay. people who ask for their milk to be not put in a bag and just placed in their cart because it already has a handle, those people have big pee-pee. People who buy multiple gallons of milk, leave a bunch of them in the cart and just get out one of them so you can just scan one a bunch of times and then place that back in the cart. Those are my favorite people. They make Wise Markets efficient. The milk buying process should be like that every single time. Okay. Anyways, number two, pet peeve. People that... Okay, first, to understand this pet peeve, you have to understand something about Wise Markets' self-checkout system. There's 4 self-checkout machines. If you're walking into the self-checkout lane, the 2 on the right are debit and credit only, and the 2 on the left are cash and debit and credit. They take everything. So, oh man, am I gonna like die? No, I'm going 22. Let me just slow down for this, because that looks like a really steep death. I knew it. I was very smart to slow down. Anyways, yeah, so there's a self-checkout machine that had 2 self-checkout machines that are debit and credit only, and 2 that are cash and debit and credit. They take everything. These machines, the debit and credit only ones, have a bright red sign directly at the top of the main like touchpad screen that says debit and credit only, and above that is another sign that's, you know, a little smaller but still pretty big, that says no cash accepted. Pet peeve time. Pet peeve number 2 of Wise Markets is those people that go to those debit and credit only machines with cash and complain that they can't use the cash there. And I'm like, people. I point to the sign and they're like, yeah, but why? And I'm like, that's just how it works, you know? I don't know why. What do you mean, why? Oh, that's rough. Okay. Pet peeve number 3. People that ask me to double bag heavy things. Now, I used to be a pretty, like, at the very start of my time at Wise Market, I was a pretty bad bagger. I didn't know how to bag very well. But I've learned. People have told me what they like, and I've kind of found, you know, people's common interests in how they want things bagged, and I kind of have a system for it now. I generally keep the meats together, generally keep the bread and eggs together, because those are like delicates, you know, the delicate things. Generally keep jugs of liquid together, so milk, orange juice, juices, sodas, all that, you know, the 2 liters, the kind of heavy things, I generally keep those together. And produce, I keep all that together. And anything that, you know, if it has like 1 2-liter in it, I'm not gonna double bag it. But if it's any heavier than like a 1 2-liter weight, you know, I'm gonna double bag it. And so, and also if it's like multiple boxes with sharp corners, I'll double bag that as well. The people, you know, I've gotten pretty good at bagging, but the pet peeve I have is people that watch over me while I'm bagging every single item and make sure that it's all placed in the right spot. Like, I get it's their groceries and they're trying to watch over it, but like, it's not like I'm going to purposefully destroy their items, you know? I'm a pretty good bagger, and I try to be delicate with it, and it's hard when somebody's looking over your shoulder like, get that bag in there, please. I'm like, oh, that's rough. Oh, there's something orbiting over there. Do you see it? Ooh, that was a pretty big jump. What's... Hang on, I just want to make sure I don't die. Alright, what's orbiting over there? Oh, it's, June 1 cruise space. Okay, that's cool. Oh, great, I got the app waps freaking bullcrap in this middle of my screen. Oh, wait, it went away. We're good. Okay. Wow, that sunset's pretty outside. There's a really pretty sunset outside of my window out right now. Okay, pet peeve 3 is people that pay with huge bills for very small things. Now I get sometimes maybe they only have an $100 bill on them, and I mean I can understand that. But it's just hard, you know. Like, for example, a lady, you know, today, she had paid for the majority of her items with food stamps, and there was like $2.40 left on the thing or something like that. And you know, she was like, I said, $2.40 is you're down to $2.40 left to pay. And she pulls out a $50 bill and hands it to me, and I'm like, all right, sick. So I had to, there's a button called Next Manager on the screen that sends over somebody to you know, and they bring Fred, we call him Fred. It's this little scanner that basically just checks if it's a fraud or not, if it's like a fraud bill. And I've never seen a fraud bill before, so you know, every one of them checks out fine, but we always have to bring the scanner over just to check it if it's above a $50 bill, a $50 bill or above. So yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, so that kind of irks me, because then I have to, you know, give them a large amount of change, and it's kind of rough. Oh, I'm about to run into a crater. I gotta watch out for that. Alright. Pet peeve, is it number 4, I guess? People that don't calculate how much money they have very well. And here's how I'm gonna explain this. So, every couple of days, or I don't know how, it's not every couple of days, it's I don't know, I've never had any experience with a food stamps card until I got to, you know, working at Wise Markets. So I just assumed, like, you know, it was just like some, you know, I didn't know how it worked. But kind of after experiencing it a little bit of it, I'm like, okay, I kind of get the you know, understandings of how this thing works. It's basically just like a card, and I don't know how often it gets refilled by government charity, but you know, every little while it gets refilled with some money that they're able to use on, you know, their food. And there's also EBT cash, which I don't know if that's just like, you know, for things other than, I think it's for things other than food, but I don't know how it's different, or why one gets filled and the other doesn't. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, people will come through the line. I had a lady today, well, 2 ladies come through the line today. They were actually with a community service, so they live in like a housing settlement or something like that, and they buy groceries for all the people there. So they had 4 carts chock filled with stuff, and both orders were enormous. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but it was pretty hefty. Uh, anyways, so people will come through with like these huge, orders, like at least a full cart or sometimes even two, and they'll get about 3/4 of the way through, still like a full conveyor belt of stuff left on the conveyor belt. They'll look at the screen and realize how high of a price they're at, and anyways, sorry about that. So yeah, full full conveyor belt full of stuff. Realize how high the price is on the screen and say, oh shoot, I'm about to go over. And I'm like, uh-oh, okay, so what do you want me to do? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get anything else on the conveyor belt. So there's a little like space behind me in my line where I can, put some bags and stuff, or when I bag things, but that's also where you put take back items. So the whole thing gets filled with take back items then, because the whole conveyor belt was filled. So they come around, like one of the managers comes around, they'll be like, is this all take back? And I'll be like, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That makes me angry, because it's like, how could you not, calculate better? How could you just keep throwing stuff in there and not realize how much it was going to cost? I mean, I get it. Mistakes happen and stuff, and I'm not trying to blame anybody or anything like that. It's just crazy to me. I don't get it. Yeah. That's a pet peeve. That's another Wise Market pet peeve of mine. And I can probably tell you one more pet peeve before we reach the Rover Museum. Alright. Let me give it a thought real quick. I might not have time. We're rapidly approaching. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I love Wise Markets. I love the people that I work with. I think it's a great place to work. My first job, my first real job, where I'm not getting paid under the counter, getting paid real paychecks, which is awesome. I freaking love that. But yeah, it's a great place to work. Love my employees. Well, the coworkers, I should say. They're not under my direction. Yeah, everybody's super cool. And some customers are super nice, and some customers do know how to shop and do know the common practice for paying for things and stuff, but some people just don't get it, and it makes life a little bit rough. But it's okay, you can't get angry at them, because I didn't know anything until I started working there. So okay, we have arrived. So you saw this one right over here last stream. That guy was what we took over here, and he's awesome. I love that one. Okay, did I Okay. And then this one. This is the ETMTV. Now this one's cool. You can see on top there, those are radiator panels because it has drills to refuel itself. Because it uses a liquid propellant rocket to propel itself around. Because it's so heavy that even with all those tires on the bottom, it doesn't have enough electric propulsion to propel itself forward, which is okay, you know, it's fine. Yeah, but let me turn off toggle the torque on one of these, and I will I'm gonna park it right next to this guy because they're both very, very cool, and I'm very proud of both of them. Not to say that I'm not proud of the ETMTV, but I am not as proud of it as I am of these two creations. These two are my favorites. So I'm actually going to turn off its lights and leave it parked there. We're going to save it, actually. Save game as Baby Jover. Okay. Now. Oh yeah. The ETMTV is very heavy, and the Museum of Rovers is kind of on a hill, so it has to be on these stilts that I put on it because the brakes aren't enough to hold it in place. Like, it just slides down the hill. All right, we save the game. We're gonna go back to the Space Center, and I think I'm gonna try and design another rover. I don't know. Oh, no. We'll design another rover in a minute. I want to show you guys what I did, because I did a thing. I'm also pretty proud of. I made an SSTO, a single stage to orbit, and it's awesome. Let me open it up real quick. I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So this is my very first SSTO. Like, legit, I have not made an SSTO before this one. This is my legit first one. And it's awesome. I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah. One little correction I'm thinking about making is not that. This. I'm moving that down one. And moving that down one. Like, it's still connected. But here's why. It's because these kind of are too low. and when I land, it hits off the ground. But I'm gonna I want to show you. I'm gonna launch it, and I'm gonna show you it being an SSTO. I want to show you how awesome it is. So yeah, this is an SSTO, and it gets to orbit in one stage. Well, I have to stage in quotation marks the second engine, but it's all one stage. Like, it's not like, you know, a full piece of it is flying off. Like, the only thing that doesn't make it to orbit is the fuel that's burned, basically. Every other part makes it to orbit. So yeah, it's epic, and I'm gonna show you how epic it is. Oh yeah, look, that's much better. All right, so we're gonna SAS 3, 2, 1, go. Oof, lagged a little bit. I like the look of the back. Those like twin. Oh no! Oh no! It's death. It's death. I can't. Oh no! It's not gonna. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to restart that. That was kind of rough. I wasn't expecting that to happen. But yeah. This is heckin' cool. The problem is it only really has enough delta V to make it to orbit. I tried my best to give it some extra delta V, and it has some, but it can't go much else than to orbit. Like, it can get its orbit out to the moon, but it can't slow it down enough to get into orbit with the moon. So yeah. Alright, we're not gonna freak it out this time. We're just gonna launch it like normal. That's gonna be cool. So some aspects of this. I don't think I put any solar panels on it. Where's my...
Your mom is leaving work now.
Okay, Dad, thank you. I messed up again. Sorry, guys. I keep freaking oofing. I just gotta chill. But yeah, it doesn't have any solar panels because I just forgot to put it on, which is dumb of me. But it does have it has quite a bit of battery power, so it's good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It is literally the first SSTO that I've ever successfully built. Like, I've tried to make it before, but it has failed on me multiple times. So yeah. Alright, this time we're not going to fail. I'm not even gonna touch the controls until it hits like enough meters per second to not insta die. Alright, make it so up. Gear up, and look at it go. It's freaking epic. Now we gotta pitch up and start our ascent. I start the ascent pretty sharp because I need to get out of the thick part of the atmosphere pretty quickly. because it starts to do that, the aerodynamic effects. But once I get up to like 7,000 meters, or 7 kilometers above the surface, I tilt forward a little bit and allow it to pick up some speed. Because at this high of a angle of attack, it doesn't get as much, doesn't pick up as much speed as it could. See, it's like barely increasing or accelerating at all. But I think as I get higher, it'll start to accelerate more. And as when I tip it forward. I'll actually tip it forward some right now. Alright. Almost at 400 meters per second. Boom. Picking up speed, y'all. You can see those aerodynamic effects really hammering hard. It's probably the best angle I've taken on this. It's gonna really pick up speed here soon, and it'll be good. It'll get to like 1,000 meters per second. You can see now we're getting some fire. That's a big goof. We'll see if we can get to 1,100 before our speed drops off, our acceleration drops off due to lack of air. We're getting pretty high now, so it is dropping off, so it's not gonna get there. I don't know, it's still going up. Alright, now we'll activate the next stage, and we'll pitch up a little bit. Then we start picking up speed, and we will eventually get to space. I can't believe the jet engine hasn't cut off yet. Yeah, now it doesn't have enough air. It's good. I love those little engines. This whole thing looks like a Star Wars spaceship. I really thought the back wings looked like that of a TIE fighter. That's kind of why I built it that look, that style. I think it looks great. Alright, I'm gonna make it go prograde. Now it's kind of accelerating right into the wind. Well, what little wind there is. It's going that way. Dang, we're really increasing our orbit. That's awesome. 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 81, 2. I'd like to go to 82,000. It's a good place to be. Alright. The sun is setting. Our engine bells are glowing bright orange. And we're gonna make it to orbit, y'all. Don't know, y'all just heard that beep beep. That bull just beeped his horn big loud. Okay, I'm just trying to get out of the atmosphere, yo. Speed it up. Boom. Alright, we're just gonna time warp to the Apoaps. And you can see how little we have to burn to get to complete our orbit, because we were basically already there. (82), 84. Pretty circular orbit too, if I do say so myself. I'm actually gonna... Nah, I can't just leave it in orbit. Maybe I can. I don't know. I want to fast forward to daytime. Alright, where is... The Space Center is in the nighttime side. Well, it's okay. We can still work with that. I'm going to go to retrograde, and I'm going to see if I can... Oh, I'm upside down. Make it slow down enough so that I don't burn up in the atmosphere. I'll time warp to when I get into the atmosphere, and then I will continue to slow myself down. Because I gotta leave myself some delta V. I just want to be under... Let's go like 1800. Or 19, under 1900, we'll go that much. And then we will do this to keep ourselves slow-ish. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, but I should have enough delta V to get back home. I'm gonna shut off these engines. Alright, I actually have to go ahead and end the stream, fam. But with this craft swiftly entering the thicker parts of the atmosphere, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. It's been fun. I can't wait to increase the Museum of Rovers on the moon. And yeah, thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure ranting about Wise Markets and showing y'all some awesome Kerbal Space Program. I appreciate y'all. I'm the Gaming God. Later.